Hey guys, this video is just going to cover real quick the three bigger airsoft companies online. That would be Airsoft Megastore, Airsoft GI, and Evike.com. Now I've had experiences with all of these different companies and they are my personal experiences, but I will share with you the general perception, the goods and bads of each of them. Like I said, it's my opinion. Everybody has good and bad experiences with each of these companies. And I've played with different people from different companies as well on the airsoft field, and you know, you got to take these things person by person basis, but the company as a whole is what I'm going to be reviewing. So pretty much I'm going to just start off with variety. Now normally I could have screen capture going right now and I'd show you examples of the website, but unfortunately I couldn't get that to work, so this is, you get to look at my face while I talk to you. But hopefully this will be informative. So as far as variety goes, all three, they're very large. They carry lots of the main brands. They carry Magpul and KWA and Classic Army and JG, and they've started carrying some of the cheaper end guns as well, because a lot of the airsoft community started complaining that they didn't carry cheap enough guns, so they started carrying things like Lancer Tactical, and even now you can buy, you know, the $5 spring handguns on some of the websites, which is kind of disappointing in some cases, but also it was the general gist of what people wanted, so that's what they went ahead and did. So now you got to sift through a little bit more each of these websites. Variety wise, all three tie. They have the same brands. Yeah, their selection, all of them are great. Second, customer service. Now let's see, Airsoft Megastore, they have great customer service. If anything's wrong, doesn't work out of the box, anything, they'll get on it right away. They'll ship back to you. They'll have you ship it to them, and then they'll ship you a brand new one, or they'll fix it. They're very easy to work with. Airsoft GI, I haven't gotten the chance to get anything returned back and forth. I don't normally buy from them, but I have bought from them on behalf of other people, and each of my experiences have been rather positive. They're not the quickest, but you know, nothing really bad. Evike, on the other hand, their customer service is poor. I think they don't quite they're just not quite there for you. It's like you're buying from a big store that just has a general face that hides behind the website, and then it doesn't really, you know, there's nothing personal about it, which is okay because it's online, but it's also kind of frustrating sometimes if you have a really specific question. So right there, I think Airsoft Megastore takes it, followed by Airsoft GI, followed by Evike. Pretty close, but not, you know, that's my order I'd put it in. Price-wise, sometimes you can find things pretty cheap on Airsoft Megastore. Sometimes you can find it on Evike and Airsoft GI. Now, you got to shop around a little bit, and of course, different MSRPs are going to be, you know, held up by different companies at different times. They'll have different sales. I'd say shop all three. There's not one website I'd say that's going to 100% give you the cheapest price every time. That being said, you know, a best consumer is one that does all their homework and does all their research. So prices, they all pretty much tie. If I were to give anybody a little bit of an advantage, it would be Evike and Airsoft GI. The reason being, transitioning into my next point, is the coupons. Now, Airsoft Megastore does not provide any coupons for you to use. The price you see plus shipping is the price you get. I do believe they may do some free shipping options, but really you can't count on that from Airsoft Megastore. Airsoft GI and Evike both offer 20% off coupons. They also offer less, like 10% or 15%, if you want to take the less percentage and get free shipping. Now that really doesn't ever do anything better than the 20%, unless you get right in the right sweet spot where the percentages and the free shipping kind of balance each other out. So it's just a few dollars difference there. But the 20% off is very nice. You can shop, and then off of your order you will get the 20%, but then you end up paying about half of that back. You know, for an order of about $150, you pay about $20 of shipping and handling. So you're still saving it a little bit, but it's also taking care of refunding your shipping and handling. So that's a nice thing that they have. They don't have to do it, but I think it psychologically draws you more. So for coupons wise, Airsoft GI and Evike win that one. The thing is about being in stock, this is my 5th point. In stock is great if you have great prices, great if you have great customer service, but if you're not in stock, you can't sell anything. Evike will sell things pre-order before they have them, and you gotta watch out for this. This one thing I don't like about their company is they will advertise things as if they have them in stock, but then at the very end it will say in stock expected, you know, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. And you got to watch out for that, because it'll let you go through all of your options. You can pay for it, and then, you know, you'll forget that you ever ordered it, and they'll never ship it. On a lot of cases, they have not shipped several pieces of guns. The last one I heard about is it was a pre-order. They shipped the bottom half of the kid's gun, and they didn't give him the top half of the gun. So he's got just the grip and the lower receiver and no upper receiver. So it gets really frustrating to work with them sometimes. I've pre-ordered once from them, and it was through KWA, and that was probably the safest bet, is because KWA was holding up their end of the agreement, and then Evike just passed it through after taking their cut. So that being said, Evike, I don't trust them too much. There's multiple times when their in-stock part hasn't quite transferred through to actually me getting the product, or some of my friends getting their products. That being said, the rest of their stuff, if it says it's in stock and doesn't say that it's expected at a certain date, you can usually expect it to be in stock, because they don't lie about that. Airsoft GI, on the other hand, I like to call them ASGIOS, the OS standing for out of stock. They offer a lot of great prices. They say that they're one of the leading sellers, which is true, but every single thing I've ever wanted to buy from them has been out of stock, which is why I always buy from a different company. So I like their company, I like Tim, I like the other guys, but whenever I go to buy something, they're out of stock. So watch out for that as well. You might use their website. It's a great place to check prices against, so use that as your threshold, and then go find it to buy it somewhere else for cheaper if you can. Or if it's more than ASGI, then you're getting ripped off probably. Airsoft Megastore, consistently in stock. It will notify you specifically and not let you check out if something is out of stock. If you email them, like I said in their customer service section, if you email them and ask them when something's coming back in, 9 times out of 10 they will email you back with the best guess that they have. So overall, I think Airsoft Megastore is probably the most commonly in stock. Evike, if you watch out for their little gimmicks that they have, they can be pretty good as well, but Airsoft GI is almost always out of stock. So much so that they've started putting a whole section on their website that says back in stock, because it's kind of amazing when something gets back in stock. And then the last thing is packaging and shipping. Now, all 3 of those, besides the last couple things I talked about, they all ship very quickly, and they all package very well. I think Airsoft Megastore, probably their packaging department is one of the best. Airsoft GI just kind of throws everything into a box. I ordered a tight bore barrel, which, as most of you know, if you bend it a little bit, it kind of ruins the whole point of having a tight bore. They just threw it in a box, a big square box with a bunch of other stuff, and they didn't pack it in or pad it or anything. So that irritated me a little bit. Luckily it got here safely, so no complaints. Just, you know, kind of makes me stressed a little bit when they send something like that without the proper packaging. Evike, everything I've gotten from them has been nicely packaged, but then again, most everything I have bought from them came in its own packaging from the factory. So like KWA, the SR10 came in a box, packed within a box, and all Evike did was, you know, drop it in the mail for me. So overall, I mean, all 3 companies are definitely worth looking at. Just be careful about the stuff I talked about, you know, and if the off chance is that they don't have something you want, there are other websites that you can look at. Let's see, Airsoft Atlanta, you can look at Godfather Airsoft. These aren't ones I would suggest buying from. They're just ones that are options that are out there. I'll let you make the decision on buying from them, because I have not. One thing that I would suggest though is if you're looking for KWA or higher end guns like Polar Star, buy from Airsoft Fix. My friend Kyle, he works out of Alaska, and you think, well, Airsoft in Alaska? Well, yeah, it's not always freezing there apparently, and he keeps stuff in stock the best he can, and if he doesn't have something and you order it, something changes with your order, he's really good about personally calling you. It's a smaller company, so I like to support the smaller guys as well. They also provide a lot better quality service, I feel. So, Airsoft Fix, Airsoft GI, Airsoft Megastore, and Evike. Go ahead and check them out. If you have any questions about stuff I've bought, go ahead and shoot me a message. Otherwise, happy shopping and don't spend too much money.